Hello and welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. This is a little GoPro type camera. It's not a GoPro, couldn't run to a GoPro, they're about 400 quid. This was about 25 quid. It came with a waterproof case. Behind me is my wildlife pond. So today we are going under the surface, deep into the depths of my wildlife pond with this little camera to see what we can see. Now, just for the record, let me state that the date is the 21st of February. It's still quite early in the year, so I don't expect to see much with this camera, but it'll be a little adventure. I know that in a month's time we will have smooth newts, palmate newts and great crested newts, frogs and toads in that wildlife pond, and I will be able to capture them on this. But today I'm just intrigued to see what we can see. So I'm going to put this in there, close it all up so that it's fully watertight, switch it on and go and do some filming underwater. Now there's no sound on that, so I might have to do a narration. And you'll notice also that I've taped it to a very long pole, and I've also taped a brick underneath to act as a counterweight because this is quite buoyant, so that will help keep it under the water. And I shall report back in due course. Hope you enjoy this. So as we approach the pond, let me give you a little bit of background to this pond. I dug this by hand, and as I walk around the back of it, you'll see just how big it is. It's actually 6 meters across and it's a meter deep in the middle. It's got ledges so that we can have different types of plants. It's got lots of oxygenators in the bottom, and there's a shallow beach area over there just in case any wildlife falls in. I've also placed a dead log in so that any birds can come down and drink. And I have seen frogs and toads and newts in this water 3 years on the row, which I think is remarkable considering this pond has only been in place for 3 years. It's one of the first projects I did when I moved into the cottage. So I have to switch the camera on and press record and make sure that it is actually recording, because there's a counter on the screen. And now that we know it's recording, we can get to work. Now the footage of under the pond water. I'm going to cut to the chase and I'm going to tell you that you are going to see something in this video, and in my opinion it's something extremely special. And because I'm looking at this footage and I've already seen this footage, I have the ability to clip out the thing that's really special and slow it down for you so that you actually do get to see this thing, because these things move very, very, very quickly. But I can tell you that I got about 15 minutes of footage. I actually did it over 2 days and I saw 2 newts. So in this footage you will see 2 newts, and I will share that footage with you now, and I will clip out the bits where we see the newts and I will slow them down so that you do get to see them, because they move very quickly, these things, especially when they see this underwater camera approaching. We saw, or you will see I should say, a female great crested newt and a male great crested newt. Now I will also make some remarks on this wildlife pond as you're watching this footage, and in actual fact I will leave the footage to play, but I will get the footage in quite soon of the 2 newts so that you're not bored. But then I will leave it playing, because actually I found this very therapeutic, watching this footage, listening, just watching the water. You will see thousands of little Daphne water larvae. You might see the occasional water beetle, water boatman, but you've definitely seen 2 newts, and you'll see lots of pond plants. And now when you design a pond, you've got to put pond plants in it. That's why I mentioned ledges earlier. So ledges basically means it's got several different depths, so you can place several different types of plants in. Oxygenators, marginals, and also reeds. Reeds are great because they allow you to have an interface between the air and the water, so that insects can land on the reed and go down to the water and lay its eggs. You can see the Daphne drifting past there, and you can also see some leaves in the bottom, some oak leaves. That's fine. That plant there, by the way, is a water hawthorn, and it's an interesting plant in the sense that it loses its leaves when it goes warm, and it grows more leaves when it goes cold. So you can see there that that's actually got leaves on it, which climb up to the surface. Right, so we have a look at some newts, because I've rambled a little bit and I don't want to waste your time. So let's have a look at a couple of newts. The first one you're going to see is a female great crested newt, and we approach it with the camera above its head, and you will see the top of its head, and then you will see it swim off very quickly. But I will put the footage of it back in, slowed down, and the next piece of footage you will see will be a male great crested newt. Now you will see it flash past. The reason I know it's a male is because it does have a crest on its back. So it's great crested newt, and it's a male. The female doesn't. The female is bigger and it's got a lumpy warty skin, but it doesn't have the crest. And the male uses that crest to display. They display against other males to fight for territory and other females, and they display to try and attract a mate. And in a month's time I will be doing this video again, and there will be dozens of great crested newts here, but it's just, for me, amazing that we actually have great crested newts in the water on the 21st of February, because I didn't think they'd be out this soon, but maybe it's because we've had mild temperatures, I don't know. So there we go, underneath the water surface in my wildlife pond, 21st of February 2026. The pond is only 3 years old and we have evidence of newt life. That's wonderful for me. I actually put this pond in with the sole intention of attracting great crested newts, and so my prayers have been answered. It's wonderful. Hope you've enjoyed that, and I will see you soon, no doubt, for some more pond life adventures, and I will leave the footage running and you can enjoy it. You can treat it as ASMR if you want, or you can switch off and go somewhere else. But whilst I have got your attention, please don't forget that I've launched a club, Mark's House and Garden UK Club, and you can join up for £1 a month. You get a newsletter, you get discount codes, and you also get entered into my monthly prize draw, my giveaway gift bundle. That's all the products that product providers send me to review. I'm giving them away on a monthly basis. So there we go. Enjoy the rest of this video if you keep watching. Relax, enjoy, listen to the sounds of the pond, muffled as they are, and I'll see you soon for some pond adventures.